Today's topic is about gender. So, is gender natural or socially constructed? Sex are the biological traits that society uses to assign people either male or female, so sex is natural. Gender is more like how individuals understand and define their identities. Sociologists also examine how society influences the difference between masculinity and femininity actions, and how it influences identity and social practice. Socially constructed genders consist of cisgender, describing people whose biological body matches their gender identity. Transgender is the opposite of cisgender. Intersexuality describes variation in sex definitions. And finally, genderqueer describes people who are not identifying with any specific gender. Sexuality is different from sex and gender, as it is about sexual attraction and practices. People can identify amongst a wide spectrum of sexualities, ranging from heterosexual to queer and so on. In contrast, asexuality is when individuals don't feel any sexual attraction.
Gender inequality. Gender inequality in the United States has been increasing throughout its history and continuing to affect in many forms, including the political participation, the wage gap, and domestic violence. Gender inequality in political empowerment. Women don't share the same political power as men in the US. It includes representation in governmental roles, national legislatures, and local governments. Globally, women hold on average only 24% of the governmental positions that men hold. Also, only 1 in 5 members of Congress are women. And we have never elected a female president in this country. Next, gender inequality and pay gap. Have you heard that men are paid more than women for their lifetimes? Are women paid less because they choose lower paying jobs? What exactly does gender inequality have to do with paychecks? Studies in 2015 shows that women working full-time in the US typically were paid just 80% of what men were paid, which means women earn 78 cents for every dollar a man earns. Finally, what is gender inequality and domestic violence? It is determined intimidation, physical and sexual assault, and other abusive behaviors. Recent studies show that men are socialized to see women as sex objects and to feel a sense of sexual power to women. In the US, there are 10 million abuse victims every year. An average of 20 people are physically abused by intimate partners in every minute. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have been physically abused by intimate partners.
As we grow up, we learn how to behave from those around us. In this socialization process, children are introduced to certain roles that are typically linked to their biological sex. The term gender role refers to society's concept of how men and women are expected to act and behave. In American culture, masculine roles have traditionally prescribed restraint, aggression, and dominance, while feminine roles have strongly attached with passivity, nurturing, and subordination. A study conducted by Pew Research Center, in 40% of American households with children under 18, women serve as the primary breadwinner. Furthermore, women are expected to be conscientious and compliant. Thus, when a woman behaves in an unexpected manner, she may be disliked or perceived as aggressive because she has violated a gender role. In contrast, a man behaving in a similarly unfriendly or assertive way may be perceived as strong or even gain respect in some circumstances. Thus, their responsibilities are also being shaped. The women tend to be the caretakers and men are out to work. In addition, the Group of Seven is a group consisting of strong economically developing countries such as Italy, Canada, the UK, the US, Japan, Germany, and France. A survey of the G7 concluded that there is just 22% of senior roles occupied by women and 39% of companies with no women in senior roles. Two of the worst performing countries are Germany with 15% senior roles held by women and Japan with only 7%.
created using Powtoon.